Yes, my people, I'm here with episode 5. On today's episode, I have Ashley Mullings. She's in her final semester of university. So we'll hear all about her experience and also how COVID has changed how she operates. You don't want to miss what she has to say. Today I have Ashley. Welcome to Real Talk.
Hi, thank you for having me. Of
Thank you for being here.
course.
So, Ashley, you're in your final semester at university now. What has that
Surprisingly.
experience? Huh?
Surprisingly.
So you're in your final semester at university. What has that experience been like before COVID?
It was interesting. I think I would say I enjoyed university because I lived on campus, which I would recommend a lot of people to do that. If you're able to live on campus, definitely do it because I really feel like you get to enjoy the university experience when you live on campus. So every weekend, once sports started getting going, there was games every weekend or throughout the week. And of course, we have our university activities board. So there was something going on every single day. One of my favorite things to do is grocery bingo. I love playing games in general, but
Mhm.
then when you add winning food to it,
Oh,
sign me up. Sign me up. So I love grocery bingo. That still goes on now, but it's not quite the same.
hmm.
But school pre-COVID was good. I mean, other than the learning aspect of it, which
Oh.
was okay at times. Definitely the activities really made you feel like a community because there's always people around. You meet a lot of new people at the university events. Some of the people that end up becoming some of your lifelong friends that you never
Mhm.
expected to happen. So I definitely say pre-COVID university was great. I can't even lie, it was great.
So how has COVID changed schooling for you?
Okay, so school has, so now we're doing a hybrid method of learning, which is we have some classes in person and some classes online.
Mm.
It's weird because, of course, the first thing is wearing a mask all the time.
Yeah.
You're not seeing anyone's faces anymore. You're not seeing the usual, you walk into the hallway and you say hi to somebody and they give you a smile, or you're not getting like any of that interaction anymore. It's just kind of strange. Some people are even scared to hug, and when you see your friends after maybe a long weekend, big hugs, what's up,
Mhm.
da da da. None of that anymore because everybody trying to like keep the distance.
Yeah.
Classrooms are more spread out. You can't really sit with your friends anymore. It's just weird, honestly. It's really weird. Sports not going on right now. That's a big loss for me because I love sports and I love watching sports. So sports being taken away for the semester has been really hard for me to deal with this past year. Not only just watching it, but also competing as an athlete, like not being able to be in competition and travel to other places and do stuff. It has really been a strange year.
Hmm.
Really,
And
really
then
strange.
like sports is a part of who we are to like so not being able to
Exactly.
do that.
Yeah, it's really a part of my identity at this point.
Hmm.
So I remember when COVID hit in March and everything just kind of stopped. It was like, oh, so what do I do now? Because normally I'm like going to training and going to track meets and stuff. I'm just like, I'm just a regular university student
Hmm.
just going. And at the time, as the school went fully online, so it really was just weird. Like there was just nothing more. No in-person classes, no sports, no nothing. So I don't know, man. It's been a weird time to say the
True.
least.
So these are definitely hard times. So during these times, what has been your rock?
Um, my biggest rock, of course, I would say is Jesus. He's the one that gives me like the strength to carry on each day. Because some days I'm like, is it even worth it to get up
Mm.
on God class and get up and do anything? Because there's so much going wrong in the world, and there's so much you can look at and be like, John, oh, very foolishness are gone. But then you look at it and you're like, well, I have to be grateful first and foremost that I have life because a lot of people never wake up this morning. A lot of people are in the ICU battling for life, and I can say that I am here and I am healthy. So I definitely say Jesus. And of course, my friends and family, they motivate me when every time I want to drop out. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I've been telling myself so many times, you know what? I can just drop out and call it a day because I can't bother. This is too much work. But then they remind me like, no, you're almost finished and you're smart. You can do this because a lot of the times it does get overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
So having that encouragement from the people around me and from people that believe in you, sometimes more than you believe in yourself, I'll definitely say they're the people that keep me going.
Yeah. I remember you for me this semester the chemistry, you were one of the persons who would
Yeah.
text about that and you would be like, you got this, and so
Yeah,
thank you for that.
of course. Of course. Sometimes all you need is a little encouragement, you know.
True, yeah.
So definitely.
Just the extra boost to go on.
Yeah.
So school itself can be challenging at times. Add to that the pandemic. What advice would you give to persons who are just, frustrated right now?
I would say give yourself a break. Honestly, give yourself a break. A lot of us are still trying to act business as usual, and it's not business as usual. We are in a pandemic. I would definitely say give yourself a break, go take a walk, go do something that you enjoy, just breathe, because I know it's hard. Trust me, I get overwhelmed as well, and it does get frustrating, especially when you're in school and it just seems like everything that can go wrong is going wrong. Your lecturers, them not paying you any mind, even though it's a pandemic. Everything is like, yep, this deadline is still the same. This needs to be done, and you just feel like everything is just coming crashing down on you.
Mm-hmm.
Just give yourself a break. Allow yourself to feel your emotions and then deal with them accordingly. Don't try to be like, you know what, mama just do what I have to do and deal with my emotions later. No, because there will be a point where I always tell people that whenever you're tired, whenever you're overwhelmed or whatever it is, and your body is feeling that, whether you like it or not, your body will make you listen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Whether you're going to pass out, whether you're going to have a panic attack, whatever it may be, whatever your body can do to stop you, it will do it. And you don't want it to get to the point where you're frustrating and overwhelming yourself so much, you start getting sick because of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you start putting your health at risk. So I always tell myself and I tell my friends, take the break. School will always be there.
Mm-hmm.
If you need to send your professors a message like, listen, I'm taking a mental health day because I'm just not feeling it, do it. We need to normalize taking mental health days
Yeah.
because there's a lot of days when I wake up and I just don't feel good and I don't feel like it and I stay in my bed and sleep. I say, listen, whatever I miss today, I can get it another day. But if I lose my mind today, I'm not getting it back.
Not worth it.
So definitely give yourself a break. Cut yourself some slack. Even if things don't always work out the way you want it to for the semester, you
Mm-hmm.
made it through the semester. And that is an accomplishment of itself. And don't just think of big picture and the big goals. Focus on the small goals. You completed all your assignments for the week. Great. That is a big thing. You do your homework 2 weeks before it due, even better. Just celebrate the small things and your small wins on a daily basis, and things will start to seem a little less frustrating. So,
That's true. Very true. My school had to do that this semester too. They actually did some mental health days because they
mm,
said students were complaining about stress and dealing with everything. So
yeah,
I kind
it's
of
hard.
grateful for those 2 days. I think that they gave.
It's hard.
Hmm.
Harder than people realize, especially when you're in school. It's
Hmm.
hard.
I remember being inside for so long and then starting from August. It's like all the work just went up. Like from doing nothing, finding nothing to
Yep.
do during the day to always having something to do.
Yeah. And it becomes overwhelming because you're like, whoa, I don't even get a little time for
Mm-hmm.
watch a little show or
Yeah.
play a little game or something. But yeah,
That there was always something to do. But we really have to take the breaks for real.
yeah, definitely.
Peace right now is extremely valuable. What helps you to relax?
Sleep. I am a big advocate for sleep. any single thing I feel away right now, I am going to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I love to sleep. I just feel like when you're sleeping, like everything kind of cease to exist, you know? All the problems that sometimes you even forget the problems when you wake up. But all the problems that was going on before, all the vex sometime before you go sleep and wake up, you just feel nice. You feel light. Um, and food. I love to eat. I love going out to eat. So I'm a person that sometimes I'll just take myself out for something to eat by myself. I enjoy eating by myself and hanging out with myself sometimes, just at least self care.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. At least self care. I am big on self care. I remember there was one day in the semester where I really just felt like, I need to do something for myself. I've been doing so much for school and for everyone else. I need to do something for Ashley. So I went out and I got a mani pedi and I bought myself some food and I just did a lot that day for me and I was like, yeah, I feel nice now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sleeping, eating, and I always tell people that you need at least one person that you can vent to.
Yeah.
So having that person where you're really having an overwhelming day and you really just need somebody for like counsel and for advice, always have that one person, whether it's your parent, a significant other, your pastor, anybody that you can talk to, find somebody to talk to. So I would say like those three things are really what keep me peaceful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. People really should normalize self care right now.
But I don't know why everybody always be like, no, my won't have this man. Anytime I get a little money, maybe something for myself. I'm like, life is too short right now to keep putting myself on the back burner.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to prioritize me as well. And there's this saying that them say you look good and you feel good, and I believe that's 100% because I remember even on my birthday last year, it would have been I was not feeling very good. Like it did not feel like my birthday. I was not excited for my birthday. I was like, just another day, whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
then once I dressed up, like I put on clothes, I put on jewelry because I love jewelry. I put on my jewelry and I went out and whatever. I felt so much better. I was like, wow, I look nice today though. And immediately like my spirit just started to lift. So
Mm-hmm.
prioritize yourself. Like, yeah.
So 4 years ago, you would have gone through the whole process of applying to a university, declaring a major. So what advice would you give to persons just starting out?
Just start. I know a lot of people like to say, like, oh, you need to know where I do before you go to university. Yes and no. Um, yes, because it's good to have kind of an idea what you want to go to, so you're not just fumbling around for the 4 years,
Mm-hmm.
not knowing what to do. But I also think it's not bad going in as a liberal arts or a general studies major because then that's the purpose of gen eds in college for
Mm-hmm.
you to really figure out, is this what I want to do?
Yeah.
Because I have a lot of friends that started out as pre-med majors, biology majors, all sorts of majors, and then after doing a couple classes, they're like, "But I don't like this. I
Mm-hmm.
don't like this." And after doing other classes in other majors and stuff, they're like, "Wow, but I actually like this more." And I think that is the beauty of college. Like it's not like high school where you pick a certain line of subjects and that's what you have to do
Yeah.
for the entire time. For college, there's so much that you can explore
Mm-hmm.
and really get to tap into what you like. So I would definitely say just start and be open. I told myself, as much as I knew what I wanted to do, I told myself if I went into college and I didn't like it, I would have definitely switched my major. Because college is the point where you're no longer just going with the motions. This is where the real business starts. This is where you really need to know what you're doing because after college, a work time. So if you reach 4 years into college and you still don't know what you want to do, boy, it looks sticky now. Man, I tell you, say you can't finish and you're not going to find something. But I feel like by year 2, you
Mm-hmm.
should at least have an idea of what
Yeah.
you like and what you want to go into because at that point you've been doing a year of gen eds, you've been doing a lot of courses that are also related to your major. So you can kind of tell, what you like.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would definitely say just start and get involved. Don't be the person that just goes to college and just go class and
Yeah.
go. Join a club, do a sport, even if it's not like a varsity sport, like you're competing for the school, do intramural. Get involved, like be involved in your community, be a part of the school and not just a student of the school. So definitely get involved because that is really when you start to enjoy your college experience, when you start getting involved with all the stuff that's going on. Go to the activities, go to sports games, just do stuff. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'd say those are like the two big things I would say about college. Just start.
Mm-hmm.
Just start and definitely get involved.
Yeah, you might not have it all figured out at
Yeah.
first, but
I can promise you I did not. Definitely did not have it all figured out.
even for me, like to choose my major, it was based on like a childhood dream to do meteorology.
Hmm.
So like next semester, I will have to take two courses that are relating to it, so that will kind of give me a better idea. And I also
Hmm.
taking speech, which is like the elective,
Hmm.
so that will kind of help me to get some on the side too. I
That's
kind of
good.
like those electives because it's not like relating to a major. It can be anything.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. And oh, another thing I'd say is take fun classes. I am a big advocate for taking fun classes. So I've taken a self-defense class, I've
Oh.
taken a skating class. I was going to take tennis, but I didn't get to because it didn't fit in my schedule. But
Mm-hmm.
take fun classes. Like take a class where you don't have to worry about your grade. Your grade is you showing up and you participating. Take a class where you don't have to use your brain to pass. You just have to use maybe something physical. So if
Mm-hmm.
your school has like karate or gym or running or something that you think you would enjoy, do it. Take a fun class. It will definitely give you that much needed break that you need during your week. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. That would kind of be like PE during
Yeah.
high school.
Yeah,
Like you have the
absolutely.
work and then you have the sports.
Exactly. So it was just that one class where you didn't have to worry about. You
Mm-hmm.
just know you show up and you're fine.
Yeah. So what tips do you have for a person doing online school? Because that is kind of the norm right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, my very first thing, and I thought about it earlier, do not do school in your bed.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of your bed, find a table, find a desk, something. Once you start getting comfortable doing it in your bed, you're going to start getting very lazy. And I can speak from experience. I had an online class where I literally just roll over on my bed, pull out my laptop, and it's me that I'm not taking no notes. I barely even listening because I'm in and out of sleep.
Oh.
Don't do that to yourself. Do not do that to yourself because I promise you, you're not really going to retain anything. The thing with school and the big thing about school is that they always try to provide you with structure. So if it's that you have to make that structure, do it. You know that you have a class at this time, you set up your laptop, you get your book, you sit down around a table or a desk and you say, all right, this is what I'm doing today. I'm going to take my notes. If it's something that you need to get printed beforehand, try to do that. But don't stay in your bed for school because you're not going to be in the mind frame of school
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Because I promise you, you're going to find everything else to do except listen to your professor.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that would be the first thing. My other thing is, I know it's kind of hard sometimes, especially on Zoom and stuff, to get clarity, but don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to turn on your mic and say, whoa, 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 what are you talking about? Like, not sure what's going on, can you backtrack? If you need to email a teacher privately and ask for additional help, don't be scared to ask for help because I know a lot of people struggle with online learning. And a lot of us, that's how we end up getting left behind
Yeah.
because we just don't know what's going on and it's really hard for us to learn online. So I
Mm-hmm.
would say ask for help in whichever way you can. If you have some friends in the class that can help you out, do it. If you need to email a teacher one away and ask them for additional help outside, do it. If your school has tutors and that kind of stuff to help you, definitely do it. Don't feel like tutoring is only for dumb people. That's not true.
Mm-hmm.
That is not true at all. If you need the help, get it. Don't be scared to ask for help. And overall, just remember that it's still school. Even though it's online, you still need to learn. You still need to retain the information because you don't want it to be a case where you have an assignment to do and you search through Google for the
Mm-hmm.
answers because you don't learn nothing the entire time.
And that kind of makes it harder to when you have to go through Google,
Yeah.
like you're trying to figure out how to do it.
Listen, you waste so much more time searching through Google and searching through your book and all sorts of something
Mm-hmm.
instead of knowing the information. Because think about it, if you were in class, you would need to know the information.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like if you were in class doing a regular test, you have your phone, you can go Google, or you have your laptop, you can pull up and search for the answer unless it's an open book test.
Or
So treat what?
or Siri.
So treat online school just the same as regular school. You still need to retain the information because one day we hope that eventually COVID will be gone and we'll be back to regular programming. And then what are you going to do at that point when you don't know nothing? So yeah, I'd say those are my big things with online school and stuff that I've noticed that I've done
Mm-hmm.
and can do better. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I really had to learn how to send more specific or effective emails because
Yeah.
that is like the only means of communicating right now.
Yep.
And
So
office hours.
So yes, so even with sending emails, always include a subject line with exactly what you're talking about. So
Mm-hmm.
as soon as they see the subject line, they already know what the conversation is going to be about. Don't make a subject line be like, hi or hello, okay, what do you want? Your subject, like if you need to say, oh, I'm checking on my grades, query on grades query. So they already know
Mm-hmm.
exactly what the conversation of this email is going to be. So they're already prepared for the answers. Because a lot of professors, sometimes them see the subject line and don't even bother answer. So don't let that be you. Just be effective and clear with your communication. Ask for what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I actually asked him if she had any tips as well. So she said, be organized, keep an
yes.
assignment book, study timetables, etc., as you would do if you were in face-to-face school.
Absolutely. I'm big on planners and I always have a planner every single year and I have in my planner I have my assignments that I need to get done for the week and then I also have it monthly. So I keep abreast on what's due and what date. Please always know when your assignments are due. Don't
Mm-hmm.
be the person where you realize at 11 o'clock say you have something to do at 11:59.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Keep abreast of what's going on. Like I agree that as I said, I'm big on planners. I feel like planners are a big way in keeping you on top of your game. I'm also big on to-do lists. I don't know about other people. Like when I write a to-do list and I'm actually able to complete the stuff on the to-do list, I feel nice.
Yeah.
When I tick off my to-do list, I feel so accomplished because I'm like, wow, I actually got all this stuff done. And
Mm-hmm.
even if it's one thing you do on the to-do list, that's fine because at least you got something done. So definitely I would say planner, to-do list, all that stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
get it together.
At first, when I started, I was using my phone, like the Google Calendar, but
Mm-hmm.
it still wasn't as effective. So I got one of those calendar books where I could
Mm-hmm.
write down the topic under the date, and it
Mm-hmm.
was much more helpful, much more.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Use what suits you. I know I'm big on seeing it in my face, like
Mm-hmm.
written down. I like writing stuff down and I like leaving notes for myself. So that works for me. I'm not really an online kind of girl where, oh, I'll put it in this app or that app and remember it. Like, I much rather seeing it on a sheet of paper. But
Yeah.
if you know that apps work for you, like, yeah, especially when you're constantly on your phone and you know you check every single thing, every app under the sun on your phone, then do that. Whatever works for you is what you should do.
Yeah, because we can give tips, but it's up to you. Like what works for you is what is
Yeah,
best.
absolutely.
So another tip she gave was get up and show up. So get up long before class begins, get dressed and show up early for class.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying about not staying in your bed.
Yeah.
Because once you're in your pajamas and you're just relaxing in your bed, you don't feel like you have school.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not going to be in a school mind frame. Like you're not going to act like someone who's at school.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with that, and I said it at the start that that's my
Yeah.
tip. Definitely get up out of your bed. If you need to dress up like you're at school for real, do it because I know that works for a lot of people. But do not stay in your bed because it is not going to work for sure.
Because it really starts from your mind.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I kind of had to, because at first I was like, why them have them picnic here with them uniform in them house?
Yeah,
And I'm
so
like, honestly, I get it because it's really what gets in the mindset is actually school model.
mm-hmm.
So I can understand even now why they're making students wear their uniforms in the house because it's like that is really what gets in the mind frame for school. It's weird, but I get it.
Mm-hmm. The last tip that you had was relating to setting apart a space for school, which is what you
Mm,
spoke about already. So,
yeah, definitely. You see, once you know that once I go in this space, it's school time, it makes a lot of difference. A lot of difference because there's less distractions. You hopefully can find like a quiet space in your house, in your room, somewhere that is free from the distractions. You know, you leave your phone over there, so you come
mm-hmm.
with your computer and your book, and you know it's school time. But if you're going to the school in like the living room where your sibling they're over there start
Mm-hmm.
watching TV and somebody else they're over here staying at the kitchen or talk, you're going to be very easily distracted. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're already easily distracted as a person, you're really just making matters worse.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely just find a spot for yourself where you know once it's school time or once it's time for productivity, that is where I'm going to go.
Mm-hmm. A lot of tips and very good advice. I hope we all use this advice.
Please
Thanks
do,
again.
guys.
Mm-hmm. Thanks again, Ashley, for being here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right. Also, guys, Happy New Year, by the way.
Yes, Happy New Year. And please subscribe to his channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So if you like content like this, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when a new video is dropped, and stay tuned for more.